Of course, a huge part of the fair is celebrating our state's history and our culture. And one vendor here is set up to celebrate his own family's tradition. He's using food to do that. And it's an important part of not only his family's story, but Iowa's story. Well, we were just talking about the importance of carbs and refueling your body, especially when you're out here at the State Fair. Great place to do that is right here at It's Dough Time. And you have, I think, one of the best kept secret treats here on the State Fairground. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is a family recipe that my mom created back in the 80s. Very much so inspired by the original recipe from the Navajo Native Americans. And the history about fry bread is really interesting because I feel like it showcases the resilience and ingenuity of us as people, across the world. And it was during the Great Migration when a lot of the tribes were being moved from land that they were on currently to different reservations. They were given very basic, ingredients, and there was a lot of them, and so they had to figure out how to create something that would feed a lot of people and still have nutritional value that would be able to carry them to their new destination. So they put these ingredients together. You have your basic flour, yeast, they had lard, water, and so they combined all of these and they made fry bread, and that was able to stave off a lot of starvation, and a lot of people survived because of it. And now in modern times we see fry bread in many different cultures, and it's in different forms. And so it was important for my mom to kind of preserve that and have a little bit of history in the food that she made. So I took on that legacy and made a little adjustments of myself, just with sizing and ingredients wise, but I wanted to make sure that I kept that tradition alive. And it's a really great historical food, and I think it shows how incredible us as people can be in the face of really hard times.
Absolutely, and it's a very versatile food too, as you're showing here.
Yes.
You're able to present it in so many different ways.
Yeah, so it is at its core, it's a savory dough, but depending on what toppings you use, you can turn it into a sweet donut or more of a soft, flat biscuit, if you will. So we have cinnamon and sugar, melted butter, honey, warm apple pie topping. We have what's called the flight bread, which gives you a chance to kind of try each one. So it comes with a plain fry bread and then in individual serving cups. You have your melted butter, cinnamon and sugar, honey, and then we throw in salsa just because bread and salsa have been known to be pretty tasty.
Yes.
And that way you can kind of try each one as much as you like.
It really is a comfort food, and you can tell that there's love put into this.
Yes, and that was something that was passed down to me. Like I said, my mother was very passionate about making sure that the food that she feeds was not only tasty but also had nutrition behind it, as well as we wanted to make sure that we showcase the love and the attention that was put into every fry bread that we make here.
Well, I love the story behind it, and I'm sure people at home will too. So where can they find you and come and try this?
So we are located in the Mountain Man Camp in Heritage Village, and it's just east of the grandstand and east of the Susan Knapp Amphitheater. So we are just before the fire station. But yeah, I would say definitely come down. Apart from my booth, there's a really great collection of booths here in the camp. A lot of history is here, and it's kind of a return back to the core of what the fair was and still is. Come enjoy the fair, because that's what it's all about.
It's a great place to sit and take a moment and really enjoy.
Yes. So we have a lot of great trees, and we're lower in the ground, so if you need some shade and you want to play some old-fashioned table games, definitely come down and stop by.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Yes,
for your
thank you.
time.
Thank you.